Beautiful statements of gratitude have the ability to change our mindset in a moment. It can tap into that emotional side of ourselves and give us something new to ponder. Okay, so what we have in front of us here is just that chromatic watercolor brushes and a A5 watercolor pad. I think this one actually came with this set. I've lit my candle and I've got something to drink. I've got a spray bottle in case I want to wet the surface, and I'm going to use one of the water brushes that was actually inside this set. So let's just take a deep breath and settle into our table. You can take a minute or so to get your things together, and let's talk about mindfulness and gratitude today. The practice of gratitude can actually spread throughout the world, and we don't have to be in places like Bali. With mindfulness, gratitude practices, and a sketchbook membership to expand your creative practices. A sketchbook practice I found many years ago to be one of my greatest companions and helped me to heal so many of my old wounds and also bring in more abundance and a mindset where I could actually feel more alive and willing to accept forgiveness, give forgiveness, and build my attitude of gratitude. And that's why we are all here together. I wanted to share one of these practices with you because I know how powerful gratitude can be. Just bring in a little bit of comfort for yourself. Take a deep breath and sigh if you have to. If I say things that touch you, let it in. And if there are things that I'm saying that don't resonate with you, just let that wash over you. While we are sitting here, it's naturally assumed that your spine will be aligned and that your feet are on the ground, which is the perfect position for you to start any type of mindful practice or meditation session. Now you can start to notice all the sounds around you because life is happening. We don't have to be all quiet and whispery about things. Life is happening, the birds are singing, people are tapping on things, and there are sounds that remind us that we are alive and that we are experiencing our lives in the moment. Just notice what is going on around you. As we put down color on our paper, we also use water to dissolve away those edges, softening up everything. Much like our approach in life, we sometimes have hard edges that we just have to soften up. Every day in my watercolor practices, I remind myself that I can add anything into my life, but I can also remove it. I can play with it, I can adapt it and adjust to make it fit in just right. And then when I notice that things are going well, I give thanks and gratitude for that thing I took control of. Even if it doesn't work out, I know I learned something, and that's something else I can be grateful for. Having this beautiful practice to remind me how alive I actually am, and giving thanks for the very necessities of life. That is what a gratitude practice is based on. And how we can incorporate mindfulness in every aspect of our lives. Now, I don't know at what point in your life you are now or when you joined this call, but I want you to notice your breath, and every time you inhale and exhale, release a frown, release a clenched jaw, release something you are worried about. For the next few minutes, just let go of everything that doesn't serve you in this moment. This moment should be about gratitude, not about worrying what is lingering beyond your little space. And you shouldn't be worried about anything that appears on your sketchbook page either. Just let the watercolors play, let the creativity come in, and be grateful for those happy little accidents. Just offer up a little bit of gratitude for coming to the table today and being in line with a moment of creativity. Doesn't matter what else is going on. You need to reward yourself mentally and physically for bringing your heart to this space. Give yourself permission to enjoy this conversation today and be kind to the fact that you made it here. Now, in the past couple of months, we have had to overcome so many things already. We have had to deal with our own nonsense. We've had to deal with things that are going on in the world. And we learned, we appreciated something new that's coming around. And only you are responsible for bringing that new thing into your life. You can either stay stuck where you are or just try and think about life a little bit differently. We really are never stuck. It's just that we can't think about getting unstuck. And while you are sitting there in your daily mindful gratitude practices, you get to think about the things that are in line with things you can be grateful for. You can just look around you in the room right now. There are tangible elements that you can be grateful for. There are moments that made you smile that you can be grateful for. There are times where you had a connection with somebody and that connection helped you grow. For that, you can be grateful for. And if you had an encounter with somebody who was less kind than your normal self, then you can even be grateful for that person showing you what energy is lingering around you now. As we fill in the little things in life and the little gaps between all the big things, we get to appreciate our lives on a whole new level. We get to see where our part in the world is and how we can actually inspire greatness in our own lives. And if there's nothing in your life you can be grateful for today where you are now, then think back at a moment where you were deeply appreciative of the things that was going on, of the things that inspired you, and the things you could be grateful for. Maybe it's a photo, maybe it's a moment, maybe it's something you bought yourself that really, really made you feel grateful. Now, with that clear memory firmly in your mind, feel what appreciation feels like. Hold that thought in your heart and in your mind and make it your own today. Can you feel how this simple little thing has brought so much joy into your heart already. And it doesn't matter what is going on in your life. If you can recall that memory and bring it back into your current situation, then your appreciation of any circumstance can change, and you'll be responsible for that change, which in return rewards you with joy. Are you beginning to see how important an attitude of gratitude is, and how we can spot those grateful moments in our lives, and how that brings in more mindfulness? Isn't it beautiful that we get to do this thing that deeply inspires and rejuvenates our souls? Gratitude is one of those practices that brings you more things to be grateful for. So why aren't we doing it more? Maybe we just forgot. And today I'm here to remind you that gratitude is the one thing that can actually turn your life around. It can turn around any situation, no matter what's going on in the world or what's going on in your life. When you start noticing those gratitude moments, then things become clearer and better and more joyful. If you've been holding yourself back from that feeling of joy, just inhale now and let go with a deep, deep sigh. Inhale more of that gratitude and more of that joyful feeling you are feeling right now. And it doesn't matter if you've forgotten how to be grateful. Today is the day where you've learned how to bring more of that in. And you've got a tool now that can open up many, many more days where your heart can be filled with joy, and where nothing and no one can steal away that little bit of happiness. At any point, just take in a deep breath and say out loud, I am grateful for this moment. And even if you leave this table today, every now and then, just mention to yourself the moments that you are grateful for. When you go and make coffee, say to yourself, I am grateful for electricity to boil the kettle today. I am grateful for gas to cook my food on today. I am grateful for these art supplies to be playful today. I am grateful for this video for inspiring me again today. There are so many things we can name that we are grateful for. For the shoes we put on our feet, the body lotion we get to rub into our hands, for the mirror to look into our own souls and say, I appreciate you. And if you haven't done that lately, I want to urge you to be grateful for the person you have become so far. No one can ever walk in your shoes, and no one can be as unique as you. And you need to be grateful for the life you are living now, even if it is hard, even if it is difficult, because in all of that, there must be something that you can be grateful for. You just need to find it somewhere, somehow, between all the other things. And you know what? It reminds me of the flower that pushes through the mud from the tiniest little seed to show its face to the world and shine bright like it should. No flower looks at any other flower and says, hey, you are standing in my sunlight. It simply shines its own little inner light brighter than before and shows the world who it is, joyful and happy, with grateful gratitude for living and having its roots in the mud. So listen, that was deep, but I hope not too serious. While I show you a little bit of a close-up, please appreciate whatever appeared on your page today, as this wasn't a tutorial at all. But in the next coming days, we can look forward to doing more things we can be grateful for. As yeah, that was good, right? So I hope you feel inspired to take on and invite as many friends and people you meet along the way, and encourage them to take up mindful practices and to be more grateful for the things in their lives. We surely can all do with a little more gratitude, so that whatever we want can actually build and grow in our lives. It's like giving thanks for the things we already have. Thank you for joining me today. I will see you in the next video. All right. Bye for now. As I grabbed the contents to put this video together, I decided to color in the background, because sometimes whatever we create just needs that one little thing to make it even better. And while you've got gratitude in your heart, why not invite a friend and share this moment of gratitude with them? I'll be back next week, where you can watch the first video about how mindfulness and gratitude can be part of your life. Invite as many friends as you like, and remember to mark this on your calendar and bookmark this page for next time. See you soon.